Are you a higher income earner that's always wanted to contribute to a Roth IRA but weren't eligible to contribute? Watch this video as we discuss the Backdoor Roth and talk about how this might be a great solution for you if you're looking to get some money into a Roth IRA. Hi everyone, Logan Sadler. Thanks for stopping by the Financial Beat YouTube channel. As always, great to be here with you each week on some new videos centered around retirement planning and some investment concepts. So today's video, we're going to talk about Backdoor Roth. It sounds like such a shady word. It sounds like we're doing something very secret, but it's a very straightforward concept. This is something that a lot of our higher income earner clients use to get money over to a Roth IRA. We're going to talk about the Backdoor Roth and how it could be a workaround to potentially getting some money over to a Roth IRA. And yes, this is completely legal. We do this all the time. Lots of people do this throughout the world. It is a great concept, again, for the right person looking to get money to a Roth IRA. As we talk about all the time, one of the biggest fears, especially for higher income earners, is that down the road, rising taxes might eventually come into play into retirement, where we're going to have to combat higher tax rates down the road. One of the best ways to protect against that is the Roth IRA. But of course, those that make too much money are not eligible to contribute directly to a traditional Roth IRA. So if you don't have one in your 401k, if you don't have a Roth 401k, then there's really no way for you to get money into a Roth. There's only a few ways, and that is a conversion or a backdoor Roth. So we've talked about conversions in other videos. This video is the backdoor Roth. So how does it work? I have clients all the time where they'll come in and say, listen, Logan, I'm married, filing jointly. I make over $214,000 filing jointly. I would love to have money in a Roth IRA, but my employer doesn't offer it, and I'm not eligible to contribute. Well, here's one of the best things about how this works is essentially you make a contribution to a traditional IRA that you don't get to deduct, okay? But you're just gonna contribute. If you're under age 50, you can do $6,000 per person, as well as if you're over age 50, you could do up to $7,000 per person. So you contribute directly to the traditional IRA, and then you are eligible to convert it over to a Roth IRA. So it's a workaround. As you contribute there, you're not deducting it, but then you can now convert it at ordinary income tax rates over to a Roth IRA. Now the money is now converted over, gets to sit. All the growth on that now is just like a Roth IRA. It's 100% tax free. So again, for those higher income earners that aren't eligible to contribute directly to a Roth IRA, this is a really great workaround to be, again, following the rules and staying in line. And essentially, when you file your income tax return, your tax professional, and if you're not using a tax professional, I always recommend you consult with someone, whether it's a CPA, enrolled agent, or a tax preparer. And on your tax return, it actually tells you, have you contributed to any traditional IRAs? You check yes. Have you done any Roth conversions? You check yes, right? They'll be able to help you on that. And essentially, you're just putting money into the traditional IRA, not getting the tax break because we make too much money. And now we're able to convert it over, pay taxes on it, and now have our money work for us tax-free, and we're eligible to get it into the Roth IRA. So again, it's one of the best little workarounds we've seen. And a lot of people ask us, well, that's a great fit, but what happens if I want to put more in? Again, we got to follow the rules. So there's only so much you could put away, but you can do a conversion on each of you. And I highly recommending, if you're a client of ours or you have an advisor you work with, to talk to them if you're a higher income earner. And I have clients that do this in their 30s, and I have clients that do this in their 60s. It can be a great way to get our hands on some tax-free money down the road, because again, a lot of us have that fear of those rising taxes. So this backdoor Roth is a great way to help shield against it down the road. And especially if you're a higher income earner, it's one of the only few ways to get money over to that Roth IRA. So I hope that brought some insight into you. Again, if you guys would love to talk about this concept, I'd be more than happy to discuss, because it is a fun one to talk about. And again, not a lot of people are using this that we talk to. They're very amazed that this is a strategy. And again, it sounds shady, but it's very straightforward. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't, go ahead and go check out some of our other videos, as well as our radio show, where we talk about concepts like this every week. And if you haven't, click subscribe, and we'll be back here next week with another video on retirement education. I'm Logan Sadler. We'll see you guys next week.